Good evening all, hope you're all well, welcome to Affinity Racing and another new week of daily races. James, how are we doing? Alpha, hello as well, how are we doing? Hope everyone's well. GT Sport looking a bit better this week. Nürburgring, you can never go wrong with the Nürburgring, can you? You can never go wrong with the Nürburgring. I'm now looking for the BRZ, I can't remember where it has gone, there it is. Hope everyone's well. I'm looking forward to this one. We have got some new tracks, or some new variations of tracks for the daily races this week. And as I expected, well, I thought either the... So update 1.20 for GT7 had Catalunya Rallycross. It was basically a load of new variations for Catalunya. You had the Rallycross, which is actually just a terrible track. I hate it. You have the national layout, which just basically avoids all of Sector 1, which is also a horrendous layout. And then you have this one here for Group 3, Daily Race C, Group 3 around this one, of Catalunya without the chicane. So that final sector, the final chicane, that's no longer there. And then we have that track where we go right the way around. So I'm not too sure what to make of this. I don't think my pace is all too great. I'm like 2 seconds off the pace of even my top 10 friends list. So I'm going to be certainly way off in this lobby because we have a few A pluses right the way up the top, already down into the 39s. So this is not probably going to bode all too well. But as Michael mentions there, we have tyre wear to consider. And we got Zafra in this one as well. Whee! There he is. There he is. So we're going to start. Let's start on the hard tyres because we're going to be from at the back, and we'll sort of have a stab. We'll have a guess. Or maybe we should have actually. Oh, sugar, shooting sugar. Actually, we should have started on the mediums. Never mind. We'll start on the hard tyres from the back because let's be fair. Actually, I need the practice, and at the back, everyone else is going to run away from me. So a few laps on the hard tyres. Maybe it's not all too bad. But we'll work out proper strategies and things like that as the night goes on. So I think this is where we're going to be at. We'll maybe have a look at Daily Race B as well. Because that's Suzuka Group 4. So that will be good as well. I look forward to that one. A 141 treble 6. Is that our best guess for where I will be at a little bit later? Or maybe it's the fastest lap of this race. Maybe that might be doable. I'm at a 142. Low 42 at the moment. That's after like 3 laps. Haven't managed to get much practice in, which is I'm a little bit worried about because the last few streams have been really good, but it's because I put a lot of practice in beforehand. So I'm hoping that this kind of doesn't let us down. But we'll see how we get on. I don't know if fuel is something to be considerate about. It doesn't look like it will be, but I'm not too sure. And there's basically 2 cars of choice this week. I think it's kind of split between the Porsche and the BRZ. So we're going to start with the BRZ before we kick things off. Might stay out of the dailies. Don't want to lose that A+ rating, Alpha. I understand. You will have to race again at some point, though. You can't avoid the dailies all the time. I won't let you. Yeah. So we see how we get on with this. The BRZ, and then we'll have a look at the Porsche as well. As we see, I think most of this lobby is indeed Porsche and BRZ. Oh, someone's ran wide there. Now, I don't know how many of these guys have started on the medium or hard tyre. We do have to use both. But I'm not too sure how the tyre wear is going to... It's times 7, so it is quite high. It is quite high. I'm maybe thinking 5 and 5 at the moment. Split it down the middle and plus or minus either side, depending on how we feel as the race goes on. I'm taking it very easy, however, at the moment, because I don't quite have my pace up around here. Be interesting to watch a couple of people here though and see the lines that They do take. I do kind of bottle it at this corner because I just feel like it's not where we should be. That's not a bad run onto the pit straight there. Evening all. Bob? How we doing, mate? I hope all is well. F1 was good. F1 was good. F1 was good. I was kind of expecting a bit more from Ferrari though. I don't know. And I just don't. I feel a bit sorry for Perez because starting that far ahead of Max, and Max still to cut through the field how he did, and just, you know, without, there was no help of safety cars or anything like that. Well, there was a safety car right at the start, wasn't there? But you know, like not throughout like the race that had any major impact. I feel like I'm being very cautious on the throttle as well. In practice, I was trying to push to see where I was. Oh, maybe he's at, and the amount of times I spun this car. This has very much influenced how I'm driving at the moment. Not too sure how quickly I can get down on the power. I definitely should have gone mediums first, however. If anything, just to be able to know how much life we get out of the mediums, because you can't make it up at the end when we end up doing 3 laps on them, but they had another 5 laps worth of life. Interesting. So this guy's going into the pits now. What tyres is he on? He's on the hard tyres, so he must think that he can get 7 or 8 laps out of the He must think he can get 7 or 8 laps out of the medium tyres. Which, I'll be honest with you, looking at my tyre wear, I don't think is the case. I think you want a few more laps on the hards. I don't think you want a few more laps on the hards. I think you've got no choice but to do a few more laps on the hards. Just sitting at the back at the moment here. I'm hoping that those guys who have pushed on are on the mediums. There it is, almost spinning, just pushing it, or trying to push a little bit too hard, a bit too early on the power. Certainly not my quickest at the moment. Not seen anyone in the top split do more than 8 on the mediums. Right, interesting to know then. So they are maybe getting 6 or 7 laps out of them then. Or 8 as you say, but no more. Right. Oh no. That's what I mean. That's the problem. What am I doing, man? What am I doing? Come on. We could put this down as a practice. Very slow at the moment. Right, maybe it's the end of this. Maybe it's now we pit. Someone's gone. He's had a bit of a nightmare, hasn't he? Right, onto the mediums then. We'll have enough for fuel. Drama in the last laps. Positions can be picked up. Indeed, indeed. Greg, how we doing? Evening all, everyone. Had a good day. Indeed we have, mate. It's not been too bad. Hope you have as well. Death by hard tyres. It is with me, isn't it? Alright. Come on, lads. Quick pit stop. Good stop, lads. Good stop. Right, see how much life we end up taking out of these. We're on a we've ended up on a totally different strategy here. We have Ferrari'd this strategy. Ferrari special on this. We've not known what tyres to be on or anything, so turn in early enough, I'm sure you'll be able to take that turn one flat. Well, that turn there, sorry, that replaces the chicane. I'm sure you'll be able to take that flat. I'm sure a lot of people will be. Yeah, we're hopefully going to make up a few positions then. Put people in the pits and whatnot. To be honest though, as we know, an undercut round here works very, very well. An undercut round here works well because you've got so much time being lost by those running together. Running right behind each other, trying to follow, trying to overtake. It's you know, it's a relatively difficult track to overtake, this one. You've only realistically got, I say, your clear overtaking opportunity is obviously down into turn one. The one where you lose the least amount of time is the is this one that we're about to approach, the big braking zone hairpin down here. Alright, look at that then. Race leaders in on the mediums. They've done 6 laps on the mediums, which is the same as what we're going to end up doing. Oh, I'm getting a bit better. Getting a bit better. You just need a slight stab on the brakes all the way out wide. Hey, James, I tell you what was your time you said? You said 41 point... Oh, I think you said treble 6. So we might not be far off that on this next lap. We're certainly not far off it at the moment. Let's see if we can aim precisely for a 41 treble 6. I'm sure that was the time you said, James, wasn't it? Let me have a look. I'll try and have a look. Ooh. Francis, how we doing? Go for top 10. Well, we'll wait and see. Now look, maybe it's 1 or 2 more people to go into the pits. These guys are going to be holding themselves up. The race leader hasn't been into the pits yet. I'm trying to work out what he's doing for strategy as kind of leader of the race. Oh, there you go. He goes in now on the mediums. So that's 7 laps for him on the mediums. That's interesting to know. Good result from the grid with tough grid and no practice. Absolutely. From the back. Absolutely. I feel like I'm getting there now. I feel like I'm settling into the rhythm of Catalunya. It takes a while, doesn't it? It's one of those tracks. One of those tracks, but there we go. Right, as we cross the line here, we'll see now what the gap is to the leader. We've obviously lost so much time with the little accident that we had as well. Speaking of which, though, I wonder if the race leader there has had an accident of his own. Oh! This guy coming out of the pits, I was trying to keep an eye on him there. I thought he was going to end up sitting in behind us, but he doesn't. He goes for it. He gets the move. Don't know if that was hard tyres or mediums he's coming out on though. I'm going to presume it's hard. Even on a cold set of mediums, I think we've had better grip than them there when you compare our worn mediums. He's trying to go around the outside. That's never going to work. That's never going to work around there. Oh, I think they're trying to... oh! I know you've ended up getting stung with that one, haven't we? Oh, he's just gone for him. Oh, no! Forced another car off track. How on earth did we end up with that penalty? We've ended up with that penalty because the Brit has gone and rammed him off, and it's given us the penalty for nothing there. Is Gran Turismo getting the stewards got mixed up with which car is which? I think they have done. Obviously we've bump drafted him there, and I wonder if it's picked up that penalty. Picked up that as a penalty. I think that's the the case there. Oh man, how annoying is that? 2 seconds as well. That's a bit of a killer. See if we can still get the top 10 though with it. Yeah, very close to James's guess actually. Yeah, you're right. 659. Wow, I think that's the closest we've ever had. We will get it right one day. Someone will get the 3 decimal places, I'm sure. That is a brutal penalty for us, that. Undeserved as well. Absolutely brutal penalty for quite literally nothing. Alright, see if we can have that one back though. See if we can have P8 back. Can't get over that penalty. I cannot get over that penalty. I was confident briefly that we could have had. That we could have had P8 back there. But now, not so. He might have himself a penalty there, though. Might have himself a penalty there. I think he's going to. Quite happy in the BRZ though. I'm, you know, pretty comfortable in that car there. I think that was all right. All but 32 seconds off the leader. He's just way, way quicker, obviously. But then, let's go in again. Try and improve our time, because that's easily down to low 41s already. This is literally starting from scratch on our quali for this one. How did Zafra get on, actually? I didn't see where he ended up. Where did he end up? Oh, P13. Oh, he must have had a bit of a nightmare race there. He must have had a bit of a nightmare race, I think. We'll see how he got on. Not as many yellows as you thought there might be. Yeah, I know. I thought there might have been a little bit more carnage than that, but there was not. Although there might have been a lot more further up. I'm not too sure. But we'll jump in the BRZ again, and then we'll have a look at the 911, because that's the other car that I would like to check out for this one. Zafra with a very quick time, though. Love that. Oh, how we doing, mate? How we doing? How we doing? Hope we're all well. Feels like it's been a while. Ah. Whoa, slight lift there. Definitely been a minute. It has, mate. It has. Hope we're all well, though. Oh, did we see that there? Just a slight snap. I'll try to quickly correct. And it all went wrong. Let's go again. .47. Let's take 3 seconds off of that. Yeah, Porsche's definitely getting a run tonight, 100%. I think we're going to do this in the Porsche and see which of these two I'm more comfortable in. Quite happy with the BRZ, I've got to say that much. But I do get the feeling I will be a bit quicker in the Porsche. Or I really hope I'll be a bit quicker in the Porsche. That was terrible. That's going to be a 41.7, is that? 41.700. That was how good my maths was there. That's how good my maths was. 41.700. My maths wasn't really that good, but I knew it would be I thought it would be a 7 something. Right then, so that was very nearly a 41.6 then. It's the next logical step, but I think we can probably get this down if we do this right here, which we've lost a little bit of time at the end of Sector 1 there. And we'll have lost a bit of time there as well. We might be able to get this down to the 40s quite quickly, because there was at least 2 tenths lost there on the previous lap. Maybe he's regained about 1/10 of those, so still a bit to gain there. And then the back end of this lap is where we just lost the rear end a little bit. And we'll try not to do the same. We absolutely do not do the same. Have we gained a second already or not? We've lost just a little bit there. Right, we're going to have enough time. That is down to the 40s. So that's starting to get a little bit better now. Tove as well, good evening. Hope all is well. Right, we'll have enough time for 2 laps here actually, providing we don't make any mistakes or bin it. Can't quite gun that in 3rd gear in the way that I want to. Need to remember that I'm not in the Super Formula cars that we were doing pretty well in at Spa. We were pretty quick in those. I just wondered whether or not we could get away with not lifting there. With just lifting, sorry, and not braking. John as well, good evening. How are we doing, mate? You got everyone in tonight, what a treat. Oh no, that's where I'm going to lose a bit of time there. Quite a bit as well, annoyingly. And we're going to run wide there as well. Ah! Bugger. Right, well, a 40.7 is an improvement, at least, to what we originally had. Oh, the dirt daily rate. See, mate, John, I don't like that track. I do not like the track. When I didn't know that there was even a rally track there, to be honest with you. Or I think I might have, you know, seen it before, but kind of like just... Anyway, but I thought it was a lot bigger and better than what the track is. I was a bit disappointed by it. I don't know why. I kind of assumed that... I thought it would be a lot quicker for a start. It's very, very slow paced. I don't think you don't get out of third gear. Or at least the way I'm driving. Maybe that's the issue. But the... I was not a fan. Not a fan. I did a couple of laps. Didn't like it. And I haven't done a race there, however. The races might be fun. I don't know. But the track itself, I got to say, I wasn't massively keen on. Tell you what, I'm just going to very quickly open this window. 2 seconds. Oh, top 100, John. Nice. Nice. Love that. Don't think there's any need for pens on race A. That would ruin the races a fair bit, wouldn't it? That would absolutely ruin the races. 12 drivers. Yeah, it's just... Oh, I don't know. It spells carnage to me, that does. That screams carnage. Right, let's see how we get on here then. Starting P5, I suppose we can only aim for a podium. Absolutely want to be aiming for a podium. This Porsche's going to go to the inside. I'm going to brake just a little bit earlier. Just purposely let him past, if anything. Just so I'm not battling side by side with him. I know that I can get this place back later on. BRZ is a little bit quicker in other areas of the track. Such as the middle sectors. Oh, that's a bit of contact there. Not bothered. Okay, fair enough. You'll not mind the same treatment on the following lap then, I presume. Oh, you've already ran wide. Maybe should have had my elbows out a little bit more on the first lap. Everyone gets 2 or more penalties. Oh no. No, no, no. We don't want that. We ended up with a penalty for absolutely nothing in that race there as well, so... I've already had enough of penalties. Get the move back on him there. We've just got ultimately a lot better grip and speed, I think. Oh, not into the braking zone though. I'll try and hang this around the outside. It's not quite going to happen. Up against the Porsche there. He's done the same thing where he's ran a bit too wide there. Too far out to the left-hand side. Of course, you'll not mind the same treatment. To be honest, though, we got that move done pretty cleanly there. Or we almost got the move done. I have a feeling he's not going to be as clean. Runs straight off the apex into the side of us. He might have a penalty for that there. I think he'll have a penalty there. He doesn't end up with one. The Porsche here then traditionally always one of the better cars on for grip, holding out grip even on a worn set of tyres. Traditionally. Starting to feel a slight lack of grip there. Through, I think it's at turn 9, I can't quite remember. Oh, you donkey. You absolute donkey. Might as well go into the pits. Try a slightly alternative strategy, which is probably not going to work. Oh, you absolute fool. Can't believe that. Ah! We were doing pretty well there as well. We were doing really, really well there. I just feel like drop right the way at the back. Out of traffic. And just try and keep some relatively clean laps on the hard tyres here. Probably pitted way too early, realistically, but it just cost so much time that crash. We got to try and think of ways to minimise the damage. And I think pitting early, getting a few laps in, just right at the back of the grid, out of traffic, hopefully will prove to be beneficial. If we can maybe get back to a top 10 finish, that would be ideal, of course. Actually, looking at it, I'd maybe say a top 10 finish at least. Fuel mapping, yeah, potentially get an extra lap out of the tyres, potentially. Potentially. I think this is the traffic that we didn't want to end up in, though. Hopefully we can get past him here. I think we're going to end up right on top of him, annoyingly. Oh, I think the race leader's had a bit of an off there. Either that or we've just had a substantially better exit, but we've taken out about a second to him there. Maybe it's even more because it was counting well down just as I glanced, so it might have been dropping that gap quite a bit there for a little while beforehand. Down to 43 now, however. Oh, actually, maybe he was just coming out the pits. Maybe that's what it was. Don't quite have the pace on the Porsche, it would seem, though. Haven't been able to match anyone in the Porsche so far. Unless they've binned it. Gets himself a penalty though. As we can see there, 20-second gap to the leader. So we were 7 seconds behind the leader as we crashed, which means that in total has probably cost us there, along with the earlier running on the hard tyres, about 15 seconds. But I don't know if there's many more people to pit. But I would like to think, as I say, that this a top 10 finish would still be doable. I just think this was the best strategy to make sure that that happened. Driving like that won't guarantee it though. And if anything, I think it's guaranteed that it won't happen. Let's now close the gap for the chap behind. Six laps on the mediums in the Porsche. I think the Porsche is going to be our next car, our next one to try. And yeah, we'll try and get a few more laps on the mediums. We pitted early on this one, Stu. I don't know if you caught it because we had a bit of an off. Guaranteed, isn't it, on this channel? So we tried to just pit a little bit earlier on the hard tyres. So maybe he's doing another 2 or 3 laps on the hard tyres than would have been preferred. But just to drop out of all of the traffic that we were going to end up in, I think has worked out better. Oh, man. Ooh. Through all the gears there. We just have to hope that, no offence to the closer right here, the fellow Brit, but hope that one of these have a bit of a mistake and that we can hopefully get a P10 back. Get a top 10. Which is the worst result compared to what we should have had. We should have easily been looking for the podiums, judging by where we started. We are closing the gap here a little bit though. To Zebus. I think that's what that says anyway. Zebos. we go. And we should have this one. We'll have that. Makes that one pretty easy for us in the end. Typical of me, that though. That mistake earlier on in the race should never have happened. Didn't really need to be pushing the way that I was. Out walking the giants, love it, love it. We gain another position because the Frenchman there serves himself a penalty. So 1 minute. Not changing tyres. I don't know how he's managed to do the entire race on one set, but there we are. Right, let's go in again. We'll jump in the Porsche this time. And we'll see what we reckon of that. Good drive though. Well, apart from lap 3 where it all went wrong, the rest was alright. Apart from lap 3. Yeah, we go again, and we'll see what we can do. Is anyone interested in doing Daily Race B? Suzuka Group 4. I think it's 5 laps. 5 laps? 4? 5 laps? Oh, Porsche feels a little bit understeery in comparison. In comparison to that BRZ there. Although, ironically, a much quicker car on the straights, which is what I was noticing in the race, but it's always a rare occasion that the Porsche is one of the faster cars on the straight. Be interesting to see where this car ends up on comparison on that first lap. That's going to be a penalty. That's going to be a penalty. Well, that first lap's going to be pretty crap then now. Try again. .358 is quick. Oh, do you mean the 458, Stu? I presume. Otherwise, I'm trying to think which one the 358 is. I presume you mean 458. But that's right. Although, hang on a minute. No. Man, God, understeer around here is horrendous on this thing. Please don't still be a penalty. Oh God, I can barely get on the power at all there. That's been fixed now. Right, well, we'll have a little, maybe have a look at that as well. I didn't really see any other cars. I think I saw the Huracan in the top times, but literally these two cars were the only ones in there. BRZ and the Porsche. Right, 41.3 then, first lap, so 0.6 off the pace. On the first lap. See if we can do a bit better though. Lost all that time I just gained there. Find this Porsche a bit harder to drive, to be honest, than the BRZ. Certainly a bit harder. Probably not 0.6 off the pace though. Spotted immediately around that lap a few places where I can improve, and where a few mistakes were made on the previous lap and all that sort of stuff. So let's go again. We'll have time for, we'll only have time for one more lap. Let's really try and make this one count, see if we can improve. Just need to pull a lap together in this thing. Easier said than done. There's 0.3, but I know I can gain more than that. Let's just keep going actually for this lap. Oh, look at all that time lost. There's more than 2/10 gained there as well, with time lost earlier, so I'm a bit wide there, however. Right, I can definitely get this down to a 40.2, maybe. Yeah, Porsche very understeery. It definitely feels kind of... It's when you're trying to get down on the power, it turns in really well until you try and put your foot down at the same time. Whereas the BRZ, you were able to try and push through those corners a little bit more, but the Porsche does have the better acceleration. So we got a very brave chap in a V12 Vantage, Cool Dawn in P3 there, and an equally brave, probably more so brave chap in the RCF, and then an even more brave chap. I'm going to call this person borderline lunatic in the Huracan. Beetle behind as well. I'd be intrigued to try the Beetle. Right, let's do a better job this time though. We're going to do 6 laps on the in the Porsche, 5-6 laps. We're going to aim for, and we will try and not to bin it here. At least that is our plan. What do we reckon then? Starting P5 again. Let's aim for the podium again. 40.4 on pole position. I think that's doable for me. I think that's doable. I think a 40.2.3 is going to be where I will get to this evening, but I think it's doable. Stick to the plan, absolutely. The difference with the Porsche is actually just trusting, because when you're trying to get the car to turn in, you need to come off the power. You feel like you're losing time. But it's trusting that getting it turned in and knowing and putting trust in the car that when you put your foot down, it will shift. And it absolutely does. The acceleration of this thing out of the corners is mega. And that's the advantage I'm feeling it has against the BRZ. Wasn't expecting to try and go around the inside/outside there. That's contact. He backs off. Well, he's gone to the inside, but he's missed both of us there. Very fortunate that we didn't get wiped out by him there. Got to give my space to the guy on the inside, but I gave him enough space there, but he just did not meet the apex, and then he pushes us off wide as well. So not too much remorse for him when we come to try and get the position from him a little bit later on. Feeling optimistic about this one. I'm feeling optimistic. I certainly think a podium's within reach. Certainly think a podium's within reach. the very least, to be honest, I would say. Oh, almost lost it under braking there. To the inside, to the outside. He moved pretty late, so... Oh no, that's... You can't do that. Come on. What kind of driving's that? Everyone trying to hit the same apex there. Right, I'm going to regain 2 positions. Elbows out for that one, and I'm going to make sure I keep it as well. So he wasn't too fussed about making contact with us on the way out of the final corner. Nor is he bothered about making contact with us there. There's a fair bit of life that's coming out of these medium tyres though. Had the slightly better run there. Oh, has he ran too far wide? Almost, almost. He's definitely ran too far wide on that one. Going to be alongside him here. I'll just try and make sure we keep that one. Oh, man. Nah. Losing a lot of time fighting with this guy. Oh, come on, let's not be pushing too much now. I maybe think end of this lap, get into the pits here. For how much these mediums are dropping off now. They do still feel okay to drive, but at the end of this lap, or the midway through the next, I'm not too sure what they're going to be looking like. Ironically, we end up with a fastest lap, fastest first sector. Showing all the purples. Slipstream helps, of course. Still think the podium's within reach. That one was probably not the best move by me, to be honest. Although, judging by what we've seen from him, being absolutely perfectly clean is not necessarily a massive concern for him, I don't think. I'm going to go one more on the mediums just whilst we've got the free air. Don't mess it up, don't mess it up. Somehow that's ended up being my best lap so far. Elbows out with this guy here, actually. I was going to try and give him more than enough space to just actually take the move. I'm going to try and fight it a little bit. Now, he's actually done all the work for me there and almost wiped him out. But this is costing so much time. Oh, no, that's early to brake, mate. That is very early on the brakes. Right, well, I didn't know it at the time, but I should have pitted end of the last lap there, because now we're going to end up coming out to all of this. We would have actually executed a perfectly good undercut. Oh, God, no. That's costing us time as well. Sat behind him as he makes the mistake. Luckily, they don't go into the pits. Don't know what that's all about. Right, onto the hard tyres. Do not refuel. Oh, front end damage. I don't even think I noticed front end damage there, actually. Right, 5 seconds off P8 there, cool dawn, which if on paper that is P3. We're all on different strategies now, so on track it's not, but on paper it is. So if we can just close as much to him or her, cool dawn, as possible. It's kind of hopefully by default going to put us in the best standings. There we go, a few more people entering the pits. Some of the race leaders there. You donkey, don't do that. That's cost us, what, 2 seconds? Second and a half, easy. Going to end up right back behind these two again. Except P3, Dawn has gone and pulled quite a gap comparative to before. Right, let's try and get past P4 here. This is who we were fighting with earlier. Is that a penalty for him there? Is this going to be a penalty for him here, do we think? Doesn't look like it so far. Has he outbroke there? I think he has done. Can we get round him? Don't think we can. Not quite yet. Hit the apex! What is wrong with you? You're doing it every single time. Every single time on that lap he's ran wide. On that corner, ran wide and ran into us. Bet you were all looking at your screen there going, oh, I didn't realise I'd just switched over to a keys stream. Oh, now we got this guy behind us. What a nightmare. The rage was real for a second there. Oh, he must have some pace. He must be on the medium tyres. I hope. It's the only way I can justify him being that much quicker than us, just having served a penalty and being that far back as well. Or maybe because of the time we've lost fighting this guy, I don't know. He knows how to hit the apex there. Managed it on that one. Oh, he's being ran wide. Look at that. That's how that feels, mate. It's not nice. And he's got a penalty, so hopefully that's just made this quite easy. Oh, didn't mean to hit him though. Dawn's up to P2 there. I just know that this guy behind is going to be seeking some sort of revenge, and I hope he doesn't try to seek it on me. He's got quite a gap there actually, this guy, so this might not definitely be our position here. It's probably not guaranteed to be ours. In fact, it's very unlikely. Yeah, it's not even going to end up being ours now. I've got the helicopter outside my office for the overhead shots, I think. Either that or that helicopter above me on screen is just, the sound is very, very realistic in this new update. Yeah, that was our best lap there as well. P5. Oh, we got the police out as well. Oh, it's all kicking off. It's all kicking off outside my office. We got a police helicopter out in here. Loads of sirens. Sirens. I'm gonna go have a look. You can't not have a look, can you? Ugh, can't get out the chair. Can't see anything. Ugh. Oh, that just... Oh, nearly. Oh, that's what I get for being nosy. I just nearly kicked my can over. The last Pepsi in my fridge. At the long right corner, no, it's not. Or at least I haven't took it flat. It was closer to being flat in the BRZ. Fourth gear got you through there quite nicely in the BRZ. I suppose we go again. Do we go again in the Porsche, or should we try something else? Does anyone want to make any suggestions? I think the other one possibly worth looking at. There was a couple in the NSX, but I wasn't too keen on looking at that. There is the 458 up there, as Stu says. The RX Vision as well. I'm surprised Stu hasn't asked me to do that one yet. A couple in the 458, I suppose. 650 we could try. We could have a look at. FT1, I was just going to mention that one there. The RS01 as well. I was keen to give that one a try, but I'm not so sure. Stu saying the Lambo. Oh my word, this is gonna go right. Okay, we'll do the Lambo on Stu's request. We shall do the Lambo. Oh, now he's saying Vantage. Now he's saying Vision. Michael's saying the Beetle. Yeah, I would like to give the Beetle a go. Right, let's put it to a vote. Oh, Stu's already said Vantage earlier. Vantage, Lambo, Beetle, Vision. Vision or Lambo? Probably the Vision, I would have thought. But let's have a look at the Lambo though. I feel like that Lambo's going to get too unsettled too easily. Second sector, turn 5, turn 6, the S, the middle S. I feel like that's where this car's gonna go immediately wrong. Hang on a minute. Right, yeah, we'll do the Lambo then. A couple of suggestions for the Lambo. Let's do the Lambo. Raymond, good evening, mate. How are we doing? Hope all is well. Welcome back, mate. Raymond, what car should we be in for Daily Race C? We're in the. Looks like we're going to be doing the Lambo. Do 5 and 5 in the Lambo, do we think? Right, we'll try the Lambo, then we'll try the Vision, then the Beetle maybe. The 650 as well. I'd like to try the 650 actually. See, that's already like lift off oversteering. This thing's horrendous. Just passing by to drop a light. Look at that. What an absolute hero. Thank you very much, mate. Taking a breather from GT7. Why is that? Have we had some bad races? I've got to get my foot on the brakes, but keep my foot on the power. Not the ideal way to try and drive. Right, 41.9. Man, we've got like, well, an entire second to take off. But actually, look at this. We're half a second up already. Right, we're definitely going to lose all of that time. We'll have enough time to complete this lap just for a bit more practice and then try and go for what we will call our hot lap. I feel like the Lambo's maybe just going to be that little bit too unpredictable in the race when you're up against people. It's kind of not the car you want to rely upon to know. It's not too bad on the hot laps, but when you're kind of having to judge everything as you go. Right, we might actually get a decent lap in with it though. Lost a bit of time there. Gained a little bit back there though. Ooh, couldn't turn. Too committed to trying to keep the power down. Oh, get off the gravel, man. No! Oh, man, we could have been so much quicker there. I could have been so much quicker. I could have had a very low 41 there, I think. Without doubt. Without doubt. Spent a lot of hours on the weekend. The missus need attention too. Don't let Layla know that. I've barely seen her all weekend. Oh, here we go. Pole position on this one. We've obviously, with the greatest of respect, dropped down the lobbies quite a bit. I suppose then we've got to have the race win on this, haven't we? We would like to think. Yeah, so starting on the mediums. And then maybe it's 5 laps. Maybe it's 5 laps here on the mediums. Good luck. Have a nice evening all. Thank you very much, Raymond. You as well, mate. You as well. Let's go. Let's go, let's go. From the front, this one. From the front. The lift-off oversteer is very real in this thing. Oh, it is in that corner as well. I felt like I had contact there. It's like no oversteer, no oversteer, oversteer. Lambo and P1. If I get a race win in a Lambo, I mean, it'll be the first ever time I've won in a Lambo, that's for sure. Very rare that I drive the Lambos on here. It's got decent pace, but I think I'm only in the lead at the minute because of these guys fighting a little bit, being so close. I think this guy's gonna. I think this guy in P2 might just break the lead, break from them, and just start chasing me down a little bit more. Just trying to stop the tyres from sliding as much as I possibly can. Tyre wear definitely a bit higher in... Ooh, definitely a bit higher in the Lambo. .3. I didn't think it was four-wheel drive, Stu. With in the Group 3s, I didn't think any of them were four-wheel drive. Group 3, Group 4 definitely is, but I didn't think it was in Group 3. I'd have to double check. In fact, I'm fairly certain it's not. Oh, he's serving a penalty there. He's going to be gutted with that. Right, the tyre wear initially seemed to be quite bad, but see what it looks like at the end of lap 4. Feels like it slowed down a little bit. I've gave it the Bono, my tyres are gone, and then proceeded to be perfectly fine. I feel like I am settling into a little bit of a rhythm with this car though. Thankfully it hasn't taken too long. Oh, there's the oversteer that we don't want though. Ho, ho, ho. Right, these guys gaining a little bit now after that mistake. Right, I'm going to pit this lap then. Yeah, box this lap, Stu says as well, absolutely. Oh, there's been an accident behind. Been a bit of fighting and scrapping or whatever behind because they've cost themselves quite literally about 2 whole seconds there. Oh, I almost binned it going into the pits there. Genuinely almost binned it going into the pits there. Oh man, that would have been rather embarrassing. I've got a big slab of like chocolate brownie, by the way, beside me there. That's what that is. Rather nice. Go, 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 go. Who's going to come out behind us, in front of us, where we're going to be. Got a big gap behind us, which is good. And a decent gap in front, which I'm going to see is good news for the time being as well. Just need to make sure, however, that we keep that race leader within 23 seconds or less, to ensure that he comes out behind us. Into the pits he goes then. Is the undercut going to have worked, or the overcut rather, going to have worked for him? And we also need to watch. Oh, I thought he was coming out on the medium tyres there. He's not. Or is he? Oh, we're clear by quite some margin there, thankfully. Clear by 3 seconds. Four seconds. Just need to keep the slightest amount on the brakes there as well, and try and keep as much on the throttle as you can through those S's, which is not the way to drive any other car. Might be quicker to drive the other cars that way, I don't know, but it's necessary in the Lambo to keep it facing the right way, and just to stop that horrid lift-off oversteer that just so uneasily unsettles the car so easily. Get my words out. P1 is mine. Don't say that, Stu. You know that is like commentator's curse, that one. I'm never going to assume that P1's mine until I've crossed the line. I think we should all know how to do that by now. We know what I'm like. It's guaranteed to go into the wall before I cross the line. Hopefully, I've got a gap now, though, that even if I do make a mistake, I should be able to... Like, it shouldn't be the end of the world, hopefully. But I do want to be careful, because I think this guy in P2 has come out on medium tyres, I think. So, that's one to watch. For sure. That's definitely going to be the way that everyone drives that there, is like cutting that right-hander as much as possible, running all the way out wide and then straddling the curb before the turn in and using the curb as their braking point. I think that's going to be the way that the top times, if we go have a watch, which I will do for qualifying to try and improve, I think that's the way that they're going to be doing that. See the difference. It gave me a much better exit onto the straight, and that's what's put me up by just, I think, just under a tenth there. Was that ahead? Best sector so far, personal best sector so far. Woohoo! That's a lot of sliding. That's a lot of sliding, what you don't want. To be fair, to be down by only a tenth at the end of second sector is not bad at all. So it's actually quite a decent lap, this. But yeah, this is the way that I think. Trying to do so without crossing that white line, because I'm pretty sure that's going to be where the track limits are. Right, well, I can thankfully say I think we've done pretty well on this race. Again, I'm not going to assume I've got the win until we've crossed the line. Because if we do make a mistake now, he's definitely going to be able to catch. Of all the cars, though, the tyre wear definitely feels better on the Lambo than anything else. Oh, I think he's made a mistake. The guy in P2 there, because that is now 6-second gap. So I think it's fair to say we've got this one. What an absolute treat. We will take our time in this sector. We're not going to try and push for the sake of pushing. What a belter. What a belter. We'll have that. We will have that. What a treat. P1. Come on. That Lambo, Stu, I'm gutted to say, was a good suggestion. Great, good strat, great win. Indeed, indeed, indeed. Not too shabby at all. I will be taking that one. And I think we'll call it a day there, because that is not going to get much better than that. We will have that. Because it's about to go downhill. We'll do a few more races. And I'll be wishing I ended it at this point. We've got time for 2 more races, I think. Yeah, 2 more races. Vision will eat its tyres. Yeah, I think so. Must be down to the Lambo, I think. Yeah, exactly. I think it is. I think it is. I'm reluctant to stay in the Lambo, though, I've got to say, because I felt like I was on edge the whole time, though. That's the problem. That is the problem with the Lambo. But yeah, right, let's go. Let's have a quick look at the Vision. What was the other car we said that I wanted to have a look at? There was the 650 and the Beetle. So we got 2 more races. Which 2 cars do we want to try? Either the 650, the Vision, or the Beetle. Stu was suggesting the Vision first, so we'll quickly jump in that one just to have a look, and we might come back out. 2 more races. Which 2 cars should we try? 2 more races. Which 2 cars should we try? I might not be too comfortable in the Vision, to be honest with you. Yeah, the Beetle, Michael, I think is a good shout. I think I might actually be curious to try the Vision, to be honest with you. This does actually feel alright so far. Vantage, oh god, I love the Vantage, it's one of my favourite cars. I don't know if I'd be any good in it though around here. I don't know if I would do it justice. Then again, the way Aston Martin are racing at the moment, there's not much justice can be done, is there? I have to say, I really like that lap. I don't know how quick it's going to be, though. It's actually going to be 2/10 off. I'm sticking with the Vision. I am definitely sticking with the Vision. That's 2/10 off my current best. And I feel like I could improve on that for sure. So let's stick with the Vision for this next entry. Then we'll get into the Beetle, I think. Or the Vantage, or whichever other car we want to have a look at. We'll see which gets the most... we'll do a show of hands. See which gets the most votes. See if we can take 2/10 off this, though. Already a 10.5 up now. Might have just cost more than that, though, at the moment. Managed to claw it back on the V-cut of the corner. Pushing just a little bit too hard, I think, now. Oh, that was lively. Oh, reactions. Oh, what am I doing? Alright, 2 more laps. Start again, actually. We're best off just keeping this in 5th instead of changing gears. I think we might be, you know. Pushing too hard again. Pushing too hard again. I feel like I can definitely beat that time in this thing though. I'm actually starting to like this car more and more, Stu, I've got to say. I hated it on GT Sport, but... And I keep having that image of it when you suggest it on here, and I think, no, I don't want to be in that, but... As soon as I jump in it, it's so much better on GT7. It's like it's actually drivable for a start, so... You almost get the impression that with GT7 it kind of had a change of heart and thought, actually, yeah, GT Sport was like, I will kill you. And then it had a change of heart and just thought, yeah, actually, I'll help you get quick around here. No problem. Chance to improve it. I think they're just lost. Yeah. It was actually lost long before that as well, I think. Cushy. Well, what are we reckon for the next attempt then? Let's start planning that because I'll have to get a few laps in it, I think. So Michael's saying Beetle, Stu saying Vantage. What do we think about the NSX and the 650? Are we bothered about them, do we think? The 650, I think, looks like it's worth a go. It's 73 miles. Can you imagine driving at 73 mile an hour in reverse? Can you imagine going down the motorway in reverse in the right-hand lane and still being able to overtake most cars? Can you imagine that? That's ridiculous. We'll wait here. I mean, I'm keen to try the 650 to be honest as well. Oh, we're starting way down the bottom now. Here we go. I'm going to go the hard tyres here. I'm going to go the hard tyres and I'm going to pit early. Well, you know, not early, but we'll maybe judge by the tyre wear. $6.50 Stu says. Three to 1 you stack before lap 10. 1 to 1, I think. Here we go. It's guaranteed that I stack it early because we're on the hard tyres and I haven't driven on these yet. One thing you cannot deny though is the top end speed of this thing is mega. Oh, Chet's gone. Oh, Dawn's got a penalty. I don't know what for though. Oh, he's understeered right into us there, the Frenchman. Not bothered about it one bit either. And then he's almost gone for the move on Dawn there. Trying to go at the inside. That looked pretty dangerous, that one. Or a bit risky. I don't think he's too bothered about that. I think he's just trying to progress through the field as quickly as he can. And not too fussed about the cost to other people. Right, penalty there. Problem being is we want to get some decent laps still in on the hard tyres, but we don't want to lose too much time. Sat in all this traffic. But I'm also kind of conscious of not really knowing the limits of the hard tyres. Let's just see out of interest here how much time we gain to the leader. There's half a tenth gained. There's full tenth gained. Almost 2 tenths gained to the leader. There you go, Dawn's in the vantage there actually. To the inside. Oh! Really? Come on. We can do better than that, guys. I'm sure we can all do better than that. Wow, the damage is very high, isn't it? That was no more than the equivalent of a bump draft, that, and we've ended up with some pretty major damage there. I didn't realise that. Guess this is kind of the struggle, I guess, what we're up against. And we are going to end up having to do more laps on the hard tyres here than we maybe would like, because the tyre wear is actually quite bad in this. As I know it always used to be. Didn't know if it had gotten any better. I think we may get less laps out of the mediums than we'd like. Maybe we are going to have to go for the 5 laps as opposed to maybe the 6 that we probably would have aimed for. That was us almost stacking it there, long before lap 10, Stu. Lap 3 and we've almost binned it. God, that race leader's very quick. Fento, rapid. However, I'm hoping that he's on the mediums. And I'm hoping that these guys are as well. Right, just because I don't know what the tyre wear is going to be like, with us not starting on the mediums, I would hate to end up on them and then fall short of tyre life. So I'm going to go one more here. We'll go 5 and 5. And then at least we know if we've got life in the mediums, we can push should we need to. But we're getting quicker and quicker there on these hard tyres as the fuel runs down. Do we think these guys are on the medium tyres? I really hope that they are, but I very much doubt it, based on the fact we've sort of stayed with them. Right. What were we on? Sorry, we were on the hards. Onto the mediums. Do not refuel. Here we go. Moment of truth. Moment of truth. Dome was on the hard tyres as well then. Oh, cutting across the pit lines. No! Devastated. I genuinely didn't even realise I'd done that. That's obviously on the entry, on the way in. That's painful. That is absolutely painful. I keep almost going to brake to turn right down to the way on the way for the final sector chicane. I keep going to do that and then realising last minute, you guarantee that next time we're at Catalunya and we have to brake for the chicane, that I forget it and I just go straight on and straight down to do this layout. 10-second penalty every lap. One round the outside. Oh, we do indeed. Right, we're sort of back on track, if you like, because this is the guy we were behind him earlier. So I hope that means this is a good. I hope that's a good thing that we're back behind him. Either that or he's made a big mistake. Right, I think that's everyone being into the pits, and we're now 14 seconds behind the race leader. Pointless bumping him along because we are way, way quicker. Stu, I do not know why I ever doubted this car, because it's one of my new favourites. I apologise for any bad comments with a negative implication made towards this car. You have been right all along. It's mint. Ooh. was the cones that I've just ran over there. Trying to take that a little bit too tight on the right to the right hand side. That right hander. That's a good exit onto the straight though. That is a good exit. We could be looking at P9 here now. Because of GTS. Yeah, that's it. I did hate it originally, and it all GT Sport's fault. Good car on here. I would have been ahead of this guy had we not had that pit lane penalty. Yellow flags. Could this be another position up for grabs, do we think? .11 seconds to the leader now. 11.5, 11.4. As he had a bit of an off and had a bit of a mistake here. 11.3. The pack is certainly closing up on him now. Oh, this is going to be another one of those weeks where I end up having to come back to do more races, because this is mega, mega fun, this. And it's because that final chicane's not there, because I hate that chicane, and I know I lose so much time there. But now, now, I've got the rest of Catalunya nailed, and now I don't need to worry about it. We've just got... Oh, you git! Wanted to get round him there. Hopefully we've got the straight line speed. God, that thing's got some pace, actually. We're nowhere near getting past him there in that NSX. What's the top speed of that thing? Or has he had the slipstream of the guy in front, maybe? Force him deep into the corner, but then he doesn't make the apex and it comes back to bite us. Let's keep the pressure on this guy. We could have P9 here, I think. And we could have got one more lap out of the medium tyres as well, which is good to know. That's all it took. That's all it took. A little dummy move. Sometimes it's the simple things in racing. Sold him it, lads. Sold him it. Sold him the dummy. Come on! P9. Bosh. Not too bad. I say without our 3-second penalty, we would have had P8 there as well. I enjoyed that, and I actually really enjoyed racing that car that time. Interesting that the F-Type's up there. That makes me want to now try the F-Type. Red-faced, yes. I think he will be after that. That'll do. Love it, love it, love it. What a treat. That was a good. That was another good race, that one. Enjoyed that. Really enjoyed that. Good stuff. F-Type is swift. Do we have a look at that then? Alright, I'll tell you what. I'm going to give you the options, and then whichever car gets the most votes. So it's either going to be the Beetle, the F-Type, or the 650. Beetle, F-Type, or 650. What do we reckon? The 650 is McLaren notoriously always a bit of a nightmare on tyres. But, and I think maybe he's mid-engined as well, so a little bit potentially of that lift-off oversteer kind of tendencies that we have in the that we had in the Lambo. Vantage and F-Type are both quick. Stu saying the 650. Oh, I don't know. Which do we do? Which do we do? This is going to be the last race. And I want to be quick. Beetle, no, Michael, I do apologise. You're right. Let's do the Beetle because that was Michael's been suggesting that for a little while. So apologies, mate. We will do. I will try my best to get another stream done. Probably maybe Wednesday night we'll get another stream and we'll rattle through another load of cars because I think there's. Oh, that seems to have crashed. Oh no, okay. And we'll do another few suggestions on the cars and we'll get through the others. We'll definitely do the F-Type. We'll definitely do the Vantage, and we'll have a look at the 650 as well. And but yes, Michael, rightfully so, you've suggested the Beetle earlier on. So let's go again. I tell you what, though, I genuinely really surprised with how much I enjoyed the vision round there. There's obviously certain tracks where it's not really going to be very good, but down there it was pretty mega. I'm going to be gutted if the Beetle turns out to be a really slow car, though. I'll be gutted. Oh. Trying to be a bit too quick round there. Right, let's try and take as close to... We want at least 2 seconds taken off this. Sorry, 1.5 seconds taken off this. That's interesting there because there wasn't too many massively obvious places, I think, to improve, or at least to get 1.5 seconds out anyways. I think there's still at least 8 or 9 tenths to come out of that. So the first 3 or 4 tenths is going to come now. Oh god, I maybe think there's another I maybe think there's another 4 tenths, but braking too late there for a start, so I'm definitely losing time. See how late I can brake yet. Nah, messy. Ooh, it's a struggle. It's a struggle. I think we might have, I think we might just have a look at another car very quickly. Oh, I feel like the 650 I would struggle to get used to. I feel like we've got a couple of minutes left. I feel like the F-Type's probably going to be the safer shout to jump into a race with 1 lap practice. It's probably going to be the F-Type, I think. Not sure. Yeah, let's we do the F-Type. The 650 I feel like I will want a little bit of practice in. So we will do that. We'll do the F-Type, and then we'll try and come back later in the week for another attempt. I think that's what we'll try and do. We get a couple of hours in on Wednesday night, Thursday night, something like that. If that sounds good to everyone. And Friday, I'm out playing a gig, so I won't be streaming the Nations Cup. I don't even know what the combo is or what the race is. But I will be streaming on the Saturday for manufacturers, of course. Racing for Toyota. Can't quite remember where it is. I think we'll be back to Group 4, however. We're all over the place, yeah. I only wanted to go in the F-Type because I've seen someone else in it. The F-Type never even occurred to me, really, until I seen that guy up the top with it. Oh my word. Oh, this is going to be interesting. Oh no. Oh, this it's going to go all wrong, this race. I can tell you now. This is going to go all kinds of wrong, this race. Oh dear. Right, it's going to be another one of those. P11. Start on the hard tyres. We'll pit at the end of lap 4. And we'll get 6 laps out of the mediums. That's what we'll try and do. I think the tyre wear on this will be okay to do that, I think. So let's aim for a top 6. Let's be ambitious. That's 5 places to try and make up here. Let's aim for it. See if we can do it. What's everyone's guesses? What do we reckon? I'm going to aim for top 6. See if we can make a little bit of progress early doors. Not in the worst place to start. We got a good run off the corner. And we're straight onto the back of P10 here. We're going to have that. He's in the BRZ, so we're going to have him on the straight here. Quite easily. That'll do. A bit more progress like that, please. That is visual representation of Max at Spa over the weekend. That BRZ just clipped onto the back of me there through turn 1, and it unsettled him and he spun, I think. I think I saw him go off. Again though, you're now racing on a set of tyres that I've not driven on and don't quite know what their limits are in this car. Barely know the limits of the medium tyres, clearly, because we binned it straight away. But if we can just keep... Oh, Chet's gone again. Oh, that's 2 races where he's had an absolute nightmare. Oh, man. That's unlucky for him. Just saw someone on the radar there. They were... Oh! Ah! Saw someone going on the radar there for a dive, and I wasn't sure if he was going to catch us, and I ended up preoccupied with that there. Ah, man, so much for making progress. That was 2 places immediately lost there. However, I think P1 has had a bit of a nightmare. So that's 7/10 we've gained on that straight, which is pretty crazy. If that's just pure top end speed. Don't know if there was P1 in the BRZ actually, because I would believe it if that was the case, but we're on the hard tyres here, remember, as well, so I wonder if the leader is maybe started on the hard for whatever reason, because I don't understand how we're gaining that much to him, unless he's just having a nightmare having to defend people battling right behind him. But that's a lot of time to be losing, which he'll be not too happy about, I don't imagine. Oh, Matt. Oh, I thought that was Matt that had gone there. Who was the race leader? He's been overtook though. This time round, we don't have the slipstream. Still got very good top end pace, of course. I mean, it's a pretty tight race, to be honest. 10 positions covered by 8 seconds. We're the one with the biggest gap to everybody at the moment. Ah, man, come on. Yeah. It's all good. I think that was reflex there, but he lets us off. Oh, he lets us keep the place. Oh, almost spun there. Almost spun. Better traction there for the guy that managed to break down the inside line. He managed to hang it round the outside of the hairpin, hold on to the place. The only thing keeping us in slight contention of this race now, yeah, Matt had started on the hard tyres, so that explains that one then. That explains that one, but we were gaining to him on the hard tyres, so maybe we can say we were a little bit quicker, I don't quite know. But he would have been defending a lot harder as well, considering the people behind would have had the medium tyres. Right, so end of this lap is when we will go in. And hopefully that proves to be best strategy. Still 10 seconds to the leader, which is good. Oh. I forgot to ask James, if you're still watching, how did you get on with the British Heart Foundation yesterday? I didn't see, I haven't even logged on to see any of the messages, so I was going to ask how everyone got on, who took the race win. I was really cautious there to make sure I didn't cross any lines, because we got the penalty for crossing the lines on the pit entry. It definitely was the pit entry. We don't have the penalty so far. Whew, right. Gonna hope that we've got good pace on the mediums here. Really need to hope we got good pace. Wow, the grip feels so much better. It's a little bit understeery. I'm maybe trying to put too much into them at the moment. But we're gaining a lot to the leader. Look at that. Look at that time. We're gaining a lot to the leader, so maybe he is on the hard tyres. We're gaining a lot in places, and then I'm messing it up and losing all the time that I'm then gaining. Like there, for example. That's literally 2/10 just absolutely thrown away. I think he's going into the pits now, the leader. Is he? Is he not? Is he long gone? Yeah, he has. He's long past the pit entry. Ooh, get off the gravel. Right, plenty of people in the pits. Here we go. How many places are we going to make up? Hopefully, lots. But probably not that many. Don't want to end up in traffic on these mediums as well. Here comes the Porsche. Out of the pits. I don't think he's going to be a problem. I think we're going to get past him. Right, we're going to be behind these two now. He has Dawn in front of us. So providing he's had a good race, we'll not be too far off. Maybe he's where we should be. One of the RA lads, yeah, up in front. I didn't quite see or manage to pay enough attention to see whether these had came out on the mediums or had came out on the hards. Oh, almost went into the back of him. That was a bit closer than I would have liked. Oh, a nice slipstream, yeah. Just need to be careful here. We get round the outside of the guy exiting the pits. Yes, no. He remains on the inside, yeah. P9. Did see a top 8 finish, top 6 finish rather, and we can see P6 there. We might require him to lose a little bit of time as opposed to us gaining it though, judging by that gap. I think that guy in the lead still hasn't been into the pits though, has he? Penalty. Good news for us. Up to third, save the tyres. Look at the pace difference of this thing. Look at that. But trust that he was going to back out there. I didn't think he was, to be honest, until the very last minute. Yellow flags up ahead. What does this mean for us? Not much at the moment. There it is. Oh, we've got P6. 2 people's gone off there. We have ended up with P6, but I was trying to chase down these 2 in front of me, and this could be P4 that we're trying to look at now, which would be a mega result. Still take P6 as it is though, no doubt about that. In fact, we can even see the podium position. We can even see the podium. Can we chase down the podium here? This guy's going to have a penalty, which he might end up serving before we have a chance to take the position off him. Dawn there being cost so much time trying to race side by side. It's the BRZ as well. He will have the slipstream of P4, but we're going to have the pace here on the straight to close the gap massively. And feel the understeer though. That front left is gonna. That front left is really struggling. So I'm just really struggling to turn right here. Struggling to get the car turned in. So the front left is going to be what hurts us here, if anything. Which we're really going to have to watch on the next lap. We've seen in the Nations Cup, the manufacturers, sorry, how much it hurt us on Saturday. Can't feel how much it's hurting us there. Right, we're going to get P5 here, which is good. Don't lose time, don't lose time. Go, 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 go. The rears are fine though. That's the thing. The fronts are absolutely being eaten up here. Coming. You're not wrong, Stu. You're probably not wrong. Maybe he's just tried to. Maybe he should have went one less on these mediums. Oh, I feel like we're really going to lose them here. I'm going to brake very, very early here. I can feel them dropping off. Turning left's fine. We can do that, no problem. But this right here, I'm having to come off the power so much. Understeer is pretty horrendous. I just hope that those guys up ahead are having a similar sort of issue. But I don't think they are. Right, I think it's just a case of defending P5 here. We've ended up in P5, to be honest with you, quite fortunately, so we might as well just take our luck and try and run with it. And in that... that's going to be uncomfortable, that is uncomfortable. I can feel and see the tyre being eaten up as we go. Oh, brake for God's sake, come on. This could be the corner that literally kills it. Oh, we'll take P5 though. We'll take P5. Mega. Mega. Safe to say that the F-Type is worth a look. But I thought it was a bit better on its tyres than that, to be honest. The rears were perfectly fine, had so much grip on the rears, but it was just the front, excuse me, hiccups, the front end of that car. Really, really, really digging in and eating up a lot of those tyres, but I'm well happy with that. P5. P5 from P11, I think, from P11. So, not too shabby that, not too shabby. We set our sights on P6. And we did fortunately manage to get it. We were pretty fortunate, but otherwise it would have been a P7, I think, on our own accord. Not too bad though, not too bad. Really hope everyone's enjoyed that stream. I have as well. Like I say, the last few ones now we're starting to get. I feel like I'm getting a little bit better for a start. This wheel is literally the difference. I don't care what anyone says. The fact that I'm managing now to put a little bit of practice in before the streams. Today was a little bit different. But a little bit of practice before the streams just to get familiar with the track, so I'm not then doing it during the stream. I think it's made a big difference as well. And just, yeah, really, really been enjoying the last few, so I hope that it continues. I'll be back on Saturday as a definite. we're going to try and get in on Wednesday or Thursday for another stream, however. So keep your eyes peeled for that. And we will do a you guys pick the car sort of thing. For sure. I think that'll be good. Tyre was cooked then, good drive. Yeah, tyre, that front left was absolutely just non-existent. Non-existent. But yeah, look at that. Not too shabby. So we're going to call it a day there. We'll double check for Saturday what the event actually is. Oh, Laguna. Right, okay, Laguna Seca in Group 4s. So we got that to look forward to on Saturday. I am excited about that, for sure. Excited about that. Lovely stuff. Catch you all on Saturday for definite. If not, hopefully Wednesday in the meantime. And failing that, enjoy the rest of the week and all that sort of stuff. And I'll see you whenever. But yeah, another good stream. Appreciate everyone tuning in. And I shall catch you all in a bit. Toodles!